What's up guys, welcome to Munchkins Gaming where we take your gaming to the next level. This is Munchkins logging in to bring you another Brave Cross video, and it's my 100 subscriber video. Thank you Bungie for subscribing. You're my 100th subscriber in this channel. Thank you very much for all your support. This could not be happening without you. I couldn't even imagine that I was gonna get to 100 subscribers mainly by playing Brave Cross. Uh, of course, I am playing other games as well apart from Brave Cross, and hopefully I can share that. As you guys can probably see, I've been releasing Final Fantasy Mobius videos here and there, but I still mainly concentrate on Brave Cross. So this video is very on the fly. I actually got the message from Bungie, which is my 100 subscriber, that he is my 100 subscriber, and I'm like, oh, dang, I got 100 subscribers now. So this video is very special to me. It's basically thanking you guys as well. And I am pretty much doing something that Helton Brito has asked me. And I think quite a few people have private messaged me as well about making their own team. And I've always in the mindset that always use the heroes that you like, because there are very different combinations of heroes that can work out for you. When I was starting to play the game, I only use Aegis, Sohi, the main character, Arya, and Lucence as my main team, and I managed to break top 50 with that team. Uh, if you can imagine, just it's pretty much built from starter heroes, which is not a whole lot. And now the game sort of, I guess, it evolves as new patches are released. So I can't always say this will be the best team. So when you ask me can you suggest some teams for me, it won't always work out because there are different counters for different teams. What I will explain in this video basically will be how, I guess, the formation of your team is basically I break it down to three different teams, which is the first one being two melee, one support, and one range DPS sort of team, and the second one is one melee, and then you get either two range DPS plus a support, and plus the last one being the no melee team formation. So basically, you're gonna cover your team with lots of DPS and support heroes. Of course, this can only work if you have very pretty much upgraded everything for those five heroes, basically, including your main character. But it doesn't always work out um, in the end if you don't have enough resources for it. So I guess this will be my own opinion for like the melee's heroes that you will choose. Like I said earlier, just use the heroes that you prefer, and you know, I always say if you put enough resource in one hero, you'll see it shine through. So my personal preference for like the melee heroes, if you are going with the two melee or the one melee hero, be sure if you're doing the two melee that you have a dedicated tank, which means they have to be really bulky and plus a melee DPS. With the one melee team, I would suggest either melee DPS or a melee tank, or yeah, I guess you could say it's a tank, bulky tank. So my preference for the front heroes, not surprisingly, it'll be Fated Cure Knight and Fated XMK3. And of course, if you do have Dragoon in 5 star, Empyrean in 5 star, those heroes are good too. But for me, since I don't really use Dragoon in Arena or Empyrean, I do like Faded Kira Knight, Faded XMK3. Those are probably the best ones that you can get without spending a lot of gems. Uh, and recently, uh, Red Moss is actually one of my favorites now because of the Mythic release. I actually like Red Moss even before the release of the Mythics, but just didn't have a chance to actually show him off in Hero of the Week. I do plan to show him off very soon, but there's a lot of people requesting different heroes for me to cover. So, guess it's being pushed back and pushed back. And I think that's it for the melee part of things. Like MGX13 is good for basically a Sohi killer. If you watch my very, very old videos about Lair, how to beat Lair ASAP, I do mention MGX13 as one of the Sohi killers, and you probably want to avoid fighting him. I do like him a lot. I did use Flame Fist a little bit before, and Alice as well. I mean, I've tried different heroes. Alice used to be great, uh, but with the current meta, I've been playing with other heroes. She's just not surviving long enough. So, yeah, I guess kind of shoved her aside after you've been using her for a long time, but she basically replaced my AGs. So, I think that's it for the front heroes. I mean, I can go over all the front heroes, and they are all good in their own way. Savior, I used as well for a little while. Um, just can't really say which one is the best because you will always find someone will be able to counter that. So, but for my personal preference, I'll repeat again, it's Cure Knight, Faded XMK3, Red Mask. Oh, and let's not forget Great Sage. I do like Great Sage a lot as a melee DPS as well. Actually used him and broke, I guess, top 20 with the Great Sage combination of my current PvP team. If you seen my Dominion floors, I will keep repeating that, my PvP team is Great Sage, Sohi, main character, Shantis, and Dire Zion. So that that's it for melee. For support heroes, of course, you got your main character, and I would say Shantis is probably one of my favorite support heroes. Granted, she's a grand hero, you probably won't have access to her as much, depending on how much you're spending your gems. And if you're a free player, it will take a little while for you to get Shantis. Um, and I also like Dire Zion. I know he's sort of a all-around your hero, but I still classify him as a support with because of his awakening. And Arya I like as well. And recently Faded Luna, if you got that available, love that too. And surprisingly, I liked Chevalier as well. I never thought that I would, but Chevalier is actually quite useful, and I do like him a little bit. But for support, Arya, Shantis, and Darzion are my favorite. And next is probably the rear DPS, which is pretty much guaranteed to be a range hero, which is Sohi. I can't express enough how important Sohi is in PvP. The only time you probably replace Sohi is if you have a very strong Kitsune with Luna combination and Shantis combination. So that's probably one of the only other things that you'll probably shove Sohi a little bit on the side, but I still like her a lot. I've pretty much maxed her out in terms of the DPS side of things. So you can see maxed out to level 30, and the relic is of course maxed out as well. I haven't maxed out the penetration though and the damage reduction, but so he's still my favorite out of everyone. Next, probably in terms of DPS, hmm, there's not a lot to choose from to swap with Zoe, to be honest. But if you do a Turnus Chevalier combination, that's actually pretty good as well. If you want to increase that. Frostbow has been good, but you probably won't break top 50 with the Frostbow. You probably can, but it'll be pretty difficult along the way because of the damage per second for Frostbow is a little bit slower. It's more of she's more of a consistent damage, and I think that pretty much covers all my favorite heroes. But like I said, guys, it's basically down to your formation. I would say either two melees and then you choose your back heroes, one melee, choose your back heroes, or no melees at all. Um, and I think that's pretty much it for this video. I can't really explain enough. And if you follow Hero of the Week, you can probably sort of decide which heroes is good for your team and which one for you to invest your resources on. But if you are wanting to participate in like PvP and all that, and you're a free player, you don't really spend a lot of money on the game, I would suggest getting heroes that you can get easily. So what I mean by that is in the chests, which you can use gold, you can arena's probably not the best place because it takes a little while for you to earn the currency there. Lair is a good one again, easily exchangeable, except for Dynas, of course. I didn't mention Dynas before, but I did like Dynas as well. But the amount of resource you have to put in to Dynas is just a little bit too much for me. That's why I sort of don't use Dynas at all. But if you do have the resource, go ahead and use Dynas. And yeah, what else? I think War Stadium, you get 450 a week and for participating, but you probably won't use a lot of the heroes here. You probably want to save the trinkets. Um, yeah, Peony never really used her. But yeah, and Legion points, of course. Legion points. I think I covered this in my what to do with your Legion points and Arena points and la da da da. But you know, Red Moss is pretty cheap, 500 Legion points, easy. Your Ranger, 500 points. Lucents, 500 points, easy. And you can all get them in the chests as well. So if you have a lot of money, you can burn it on the chests. Get your Destiny upgrades up. It's always good to have your Destiny upgrades up, so it's pretty easy. Got 4 Aria shards there straight away, and you can get MGX 13. There you go. Easy as that. And then you can of course upgrade it. I think, yeah, that's it for this video, guys. I hope you liked it. I know it's not much to go on because I can't really, I can't help but keep repeating it, but I can't really tell you which one's the best because there will always be a counter for the best. Uh, and eventually you will lose, but you can always counter with different heroes. Anyway, guys, that's it for this. Click like, subscribe, and share this video if you find it helpful at all. And one other thing that I will mention, since this is my 100 subscriber video, I will be giving out $20 Google Play cards. Pretty much what I will do is I'll probably take a photo and private message you the I guess the code, and for you to win one of 3 of the Google Play cards, all you have to do is leave a comment below and tell me who your favorite Brave Cross hero is and why. And we will pick pretty much 3 random um, commenters and send it off to you. It would be great if you're a subscriber as well, but I won't be judgmental even if you're not a subscribers. So that's all you have to do. Leave a comment below, and I'll private message you the code. I will have to go and buy that tomorrow, but I will announce the winner, I guess, in the next Hero of the Week, which is Sunday my time. So anyway, guys, that's it for me. This is Munchkins logging off. See you guys in the next level.